Record. All right, so we're talking about markups and discounts. And our objective today is to be able to calculate markups and markdowns. Okay, and once again, we're on page 63. 63. All right, so what is a markup? Let's look at the vocabulary word. A markup is the amount of increase in a price. The markup rate is similar to a percent of increase, but more specific to selling items. Our retail price is the amount an item is sold for after a company adds a markup. So when you go buy tennis shoes and you go buy clothes, the retailer pays a price to get it, but then they mark it up to sell it. All right, and then a markdown is the amount of decrease in a price. So that's when people have sales. That's a markdown when they have a sale. All right, so Music Enterprise buys digital downloads of music albums for $5. This is called the cost. The markup rate is 30%. How much will you pay for an item or an album not including tax? So our markup rate, they told us, is 30%. And as a decimal, if I do 30 divided by 100, I get 30 hundredths. Okay, the original cost is $5. And it says calculate the amount of markup added to the cost. So we're going to take our decimal and we're going to multiply. Okay, so 5 times 0.30. So our markup is $1.50. All right, markup is $1.50. Okay, so that means we're going to add that to our $5. So 5 plus $1.50 is $6.50. So that means the music store is going to charge you $6.50 to buy that item. Okay, so they pay $5, they're going to charge $6.50. So question E says, write the ratio of the retail price to the cost of the download. Okay, so the retail price was the $6.50. The cost of the download is $5. So we're going to divide $6.50 by 5. And we get $1.30. Okay, so we're asking for a percent, so I'm going to move this 2 places, so that is 130%. Okay, so that means the retail price after the markup is 130% of the cost. Okay, so in other words, the original amount, which is 100%, plus the markup will equal the retail. Okay? So what you have to remember is you will always pay, unless it's a markdown, you will always pay 100% of that item, whatever the company paid for it, plus whatever percentage they mark up their item. Okay? So that's what a markup means. All right, do I need to pause for a second so everybody can copy it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. So now they're going to mark or discount their music. So it says after New Year's, Music Enterprise marks down their retail price as shown. What will be the new retail price after the markdown? So the retail price was $6.50, right? That's what we figured out over here, $6.50. The markdown is 40%. So as a decimal, 40 divided by 100 is 40 tenths. Okay, so we are going to multiply as it says. So 650 times 0.4 is $2.60. So that is the discount. So we're going to take that discount and we're going to subtract it from that retail price. Okay, so 650 minus 260 is $3.90. Okay, so the discount, this is what they will pay for that item with a 40% discount. Okay, so retail means we're paying more, discount means we're paying less. So if we look at the turn and talk, it says explain why the final retail price is lower than the original cost. Well, think about it. We only increased what? What did we increase? What did we increase? Come on, guys, I need y'all to participate.
You guys increased the markup price.
Right, so what was the markup price?
30%.
Yeah, so we only increased by 30%, but we decreased what? What did we decrease? 40%, yeah. So that is why our cost here is lower than what they paid for it, because we took a bigger discount. Okay? We took a discount greater than what we charged or upcharged. All right, am I good to move on?
No.
No? All right.
No, ma'am.
All right, so it says you can always use equations to solve problems involving markups, markdowns, and discounts. Penelope buys bracelets in bulk at a cost of $8 to sell at her store. She uses a markup rate of $125, which is added to the bracelet cost. What is the retail price of the bracelet? So the markup rate is what? So what did they mark it up? 125, right?
125?
Yep. So how do we write that in decimal form?
1.25.
Yep, good. 1.25, awesome. So my equation would be M equals 1.25x. Gives the markup amount of M in dollars for the bracelets in terms of the original cost X in dollars. Okay, use the equation to find the markup amount for a bracelet. And guys, your book may say Y here instead of M.
That's what mine says.
Yeah, if it says Y, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, same thing, means the same thing. All right, so we're going to use the equation to find the markup amount for the bracelet. So M equals, or if it says Y, it'd be Y equals 1.25 times the cost of the bracelet, right? Which is 8. So now we're going to multiply. So 8 times 1.25, which is 10. Okay, so what is the markup rate?
$10.
Yep. So $10. Quarantine. There's not. All right. So now we're going to calculate what is the retail price. So $8, we marked it up $10. So that person's going to charge what?
$18.
$18, yep.
The retail price is $18.
Yep. So if you went into the store to buy that item, that is what you're going to pay is $18. Okay? All right. Everybody got that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So E says the markup rate, the markup amount is 1/2500 X. An equation for the retail price, R in dollars, and yours may say Y, in dollars, in the terms of the original amount X in dollars is. So once again, this may say Y in your book. It says Y in mine. So Y equals the 100% we can represent as just 1X. Plus the 1.25. So if I add 1x and 1.25x, I get 2.25x. Okay? The 1 represents the 100% that we paid, and this represents the markup. Okay? So that person really marked up that bracelet, or necklace, whatever it was, bracelet. Okay? So now, she's going to have a sale. It says, Penelope marked down the price of necklaces in her store as shown. Find the markdown rate of the sale price.
Which is 22. That's marked down.
Yep. So that would be here, right? Because that's the sale price. What was the retail price? 25, yep. So now we're going to do, because remember a fraction means divide, so we're going to do 22 divided by 25.
Okay.
So I get 0.88. And so convert that to a percent. So we move it 2 places. So 88%. Okay? All right, so G says, think of the original retail price of the necklace as 100%. How does the sale price compare to the retail price of the necklace? What does this tell you about the markdown rate? All right, so the 88 is not the discount. This is the amount, or we're going to say percent, right? P-E-R-C-N, percent that they are paying. So they're paying 88% of that total price. Okay? So if the original price was 100% and we're paying 88%, we're going to subtract them. So what percent of the discount are we getting?
12.
Yes. So the sale price, or sale price, is 12% less than the original. Okay, so she marked that item down by 12%. Okay, so then it says, what is the equation in the form of y equals kx that relates the sale price to the original price? Okay, so we're not going to use the 12% because that's the discount. We want to know what percent are we actually paying. So y equals, what percent am I paying?
88.
Yeah, so y equals, and I'm going to put it as a decimal, so 8800x. So I could substitute any necklace in there. So if it was $30, I could put $30 in there and figure out what I would pay for that necklace. If it was $100, I can put $100 in there and figure out what I would pay for that necklace. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, so if we're talking about the turn and talk, it says discuss how you find the markup and mark down amount. Which concept did you find to be more challenging to understand and why? Okay, so how did we do markup? What did we do? So what did we do on that first example? What did we do? We took the original amount, right, and multiplied it times the percent of markup. Right? So took original amount and multiply by the percent. And then mark down we took the original and multiplied by the markdown. I'm running out of room. Mark down rate. Okay, now I'm going to let you guys form your own opinion, because some of you may think the markdown was easier and some of you may think the markup was easier. Okay, so you can write whichever one you thought was easier. That is an opinion question. Okay, which one did you think was easier? Okay. All right, am I good? Can I flip it? All right, I don't hear any no's. All right, so the last one, number 3. So a sporting goods store uses a markup of 87 5/10% for baseball bats. What is the price the store should display for a baseball bat with an original cost of $40? So use the words to complete the equation you should use to find the amount of markup. All right, so this would be markup equals the percent times
Original cost?
Yep. Original cost. Okay, and so it told us it was a markup, right? So that means something has got to increase. It can't decrease. Jakira, did you get knocked out? Okay, Miss Goodman, do you have a question? Nope, I guess not. She dropped her hand. Okay, so markup means we're taking an increase. So it says because the store marks up the original price, the price will be an increase. And that percent we know is
87.5.
Yep, 87 5/10%. Yep. All right. So it says write an equation that gives the retail price Y of a bat with the original cost of X. All right. So remember, we're going to pay 100%, right? So that 100% is represented by 1. We're going to convert this to a decimal. So that means we move it 2 places, right? So that would be 875 thousandths. So 1 plus this would be 1 and 875 thousandths. Okay, so now we're going to try to find the price. So to find the price that the store should display, substitute 40, because that's what they paid for it up here, right?
Yes.
For X in the equation for part C. Okay, so we're going to go here. So X is here. So we're going to do 40 times 1 and 875 thousandths. So 40 times, oh, nope, I gotta redo it. So 40 times 1.875. So 75. Okay, so the store should display a price of $75. Okay, if we only wanted to find the markup, okay, because this told me that this is the selling price, right? If we only wanted to find the markup, all I would need to do is multiply it by 875 thousandths. If I only wanted the markup. So if we only wanted markup, then multiply the 40 by 0.875. Okay? So you have to make sure you understand what the question is asking you for. Okay? All right, so it is your time to practice. There are 4 questions there, and you guys have 16 minutes. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes to work, and then we are going to go over the answers. Okay? Any questions about what we're doing? Y'all have a good day.
Sorry for the late